Hi everyone, it's Jenny from the Bridgewater Public Library, back to show you another origami fold. This week I'm going to show you how to do the very traditional, very recognizable crane. So you probably know what it looks like, but this was what the finished product will look like. I would classify this as a moderate fold, so it might be a little tricky at first, but just stick with it and you'll get the hang of it pretty quickly. In 2 weeks, I'm going to show you how to make a string of cranes. So if you want to practice what you learned today in order to get a little collection of cranes going, so you'll be ready to string them together in a couple weeks, that would be great. When I make a string of cranes, I usually like to make a slightly smaller size. So I use this size paper for these cranes here, the larger ones. It's about a 6-inch, so it's a little less than 6 inches. So when I make the smaller cranes, I just fold it in half and cut it, and then cut it in half again to make a smaller square. So if you have origami paper at home, you're welcome to do that to make a smaller piece of paper if you want to make smaller cranes to string together, or you can make big ones. That's fun too. All right, so let's get started. All right, so here we have our piece of paper. We are going to start by folding the paper in half across and down. So you're going to put the color side of your paper down. You're using a paper that has a pattern. Fold in half. Open, turn, fold in half the other way. And open. Next, we're going to fold the paper in half diagonally. Open it back up. Then you're going to flip the paper over and fold it in half diagonally the other way. And then open it. Now we're going to fold the paper in on itself using the creases that we just made. So you'll pick the paper up, and the creases that you made that go in, you'll press down as you fold the paper in on itself to create a square. I'll do that again. Fold the paper in on itself to create a square. You can press it back down on the table. Now with your square, you should have a center line in the middle. You're going to take one corner and fold it into the center line to create this triangle. And then repeat on the other side. Okay, so you have this little kite shape. Flip the paper over and do the same thing on this side. So we're going to fold this corner into the center line. And again on the other side. So now we have this little kite shape. Now, going to take the top triangle of the kite and create a crease along this line. So just fold it down and then open it back up just to form the crease there. At this point, we're going to open these little curtains, open the kite, and fold it back against itself. To create a diamond. I'll do that on the other side again, and then I'll show you, I'll repeat it so you don't have to rewind a million times. So you're going to open the curtains, flip up, and then fold in on itself to make a diamond. So again, it was like this. I opened the curtains, flip it up, close in the sides to create a diamond. All right, so now we have this diamond. The top part should be triangles, and the bottom part are separated triangles, okay? All right, so starting on one side, you're going to bring this corner and this side in about halfway. So not all the way to the center, just about halfway, and then crease it down. And then repeat that on the other side. So again, not all the way over, just about halfway. Okay, and then we're going to flip the paper over and do the same thing on this side. So you can meet the other side as you fold this side so that it's even with the other side. And then again on the other side. Okay. Now you're going to, holding the paper between your thumb and finger, going to open up one side and then flip up the bottom piece, pressing in on the creases. And then at this point, you want to create a diagonal fold. So rather than keeping it straight up and down, you're going to pull it out a little and then press these edges in. This might start to be looking recognizable. So now on the other side, we're going to repeat that. So we're going to hold it in between our thumb and finger, open this side up, flip the bottom part up, press it together, and then press the sides in as we leave it on an angle. So you probably recognize this now. So one of these sides will become the head and one will be the tail. So if you want to pick whichever one you like, you're going to do a sort of tricky fold here where you're going to come up and then fold the beak, the top part down. This is now the beak, and then press it back in on itself. You can have your crane's head at any angle you want. And then finally, we will fold these triangles down to create the wings. And there you have it. your finished crane.